play basketball class together, and there's like people like during competitions, like during our tournament or whatever, people were playing hard but not really getting angry. But we had this one guy that definitely wasn't like on his high school basketball team, and he was like, he's playing for the championship, and he was like super intense, to like yell at people. And everyone in class called him hardcore. We're just like, hey, hardcore.
It's so annoying.
His name was David.
Okay. Who had the moderate? I mean, so you had this. You had the toughest theme, Zach, but the longest theme. The moderate, they kind of liked this competition, didn't they? They liked to be with their friends. Page 75, Mia, she really enjoyed new activities. Just something new. Oh man, team handball. Like, okay, the low skill. What about those? There are only two of them. What do they think?
They just kind of work. They like to work together. They didn't like to. They weren't ones to stand out or be like us, the stars or whatever of the activity or the sports they're playing. They like to work together, so they didn't really have to feel, I guess, isolated. They like to be work. They like to work as a unit, work on strategies. So I guess you have to have the spotlight on.
Okay. One of the things I left out. What's a zero-sum game in a page? If they mention that, they mention that in the introduction. Then on page 75, a negative sum game.
Zero-sum game.
Raise your hand. Zero-sum.
I was gonna read it, but when we were on it, I thought we'd skip it. So, when the author says zero sum, they're referring to like one student winning and one student losing. An example of this will be playing one-on-one basketball. And then
what's a negative?
A negative sum activity is when there are few winners and a lot of losers. So that could be like knockout, like the whole class loses.
So hold on. The implication here is on your culminating activity or unit plan, you probably don't want to have negative sum games. If you look at the last paragraph in this theme on page 75, all the low-skill child say, "Yeah, I kind of liked ultimate frisbee. I wasn't that good at it, but it was okay." But I'm not playing basketball dodgeball where, besides being possibly getting hit in the face, you get eliminated and have to sit, and there's only a few kids left and a bunch of kids sitting on the sidelines. You probably don't want to do that as a culminating activity in your unit plan. If you have winners and losers, fine, but just try to keep everybody active.
One thing that when I read that about the low-skilled people, I remember what you were talking about yesterday, like, he passed me the ball. I'm not very good, but they actually passed me the ball, you know? And I was thinking that the low-skilled people, they're just, for the most part, just happy to be able to participate, and that's why they like the team and the unit stuff together, because they're like, I might stink, but my team's pretty good. We won a game today.
Yeah.
So, be the worst player on the best team or the best player on the worst team.
Say that again.
Player on the worst team.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
I'd rather be the best player on the worst team.
That was a great insight. All right, Jimmy, did you say in the introduction that this competition teaches you about life?
Yeah, I think I said that.
You said that?
I did say that.
Pretty sharp.
I think that was the guy next to him.
No, it couldn't have been Ryan. It must have been you. Yeah.
What?
I've been in education all my life. I talk to business people once in a while. Is business always zero sum? Is it I win, you lose, or is it let's think win-win, or what's out there?
Oh, it's always. I mean, you're always trying to get ahead as far as business goes, but you also want to have pluses for anybody that you're selling to as well. So it's always win-win as much as you can.